Hello, yes, it's been a while. Not much. How about you? Friggin' hair. Uh, okay, so while I was in New England, uh, kind of post my mom's funeral, it was actually about a week after my mom's funeral. Um, I was experiencing some interesting stuff. First of all, mainly just mad panic attacks dealing with large crowds of people. Um, and that's not something I'm necessarily used to experiencing. It's just a new thing I seem to be having trouble with in my old age. Anyway, my family, members of my family and I were in this very big restaurant. It's like basically kind of a giant sports bar. And lots of people, lots of noise, and I started kind of retreating into myself a little bit. But it was one of those big, I don't know how to describe it. There were like TVs everywhere showing this or that sporting event. And I kind of locked onto one of the baseball games happening on one screen, and it was, the Boston Red Sox losing their asses. I guess they had a really bad season. But it just kind of occurred to me, yeah, I haven't lived out in that area in many, many years at this point. But it got me thinking of a good memory. Um, those of you, those of you specifically who know me personally, you know that I'm a recovering alcoholic. Been sober for 10 months, but, kicking ass. But as I was sitting there just kind of watching it and thinking about how much I used to love going to baseball games, going to Fenway Park, I had this memory of being there X number of years, back in my probably mid-teens with my dad. And at some point, he just started giving me this big cup of beer. I mean, huge cup of beer. And every time I got down toward the bottom of it, he would refill it. And so I was maybe 15 or something. I had this endless cup of beer that I drank, and I got pretty wasted. And it just kind of occurred to me kind of at this stage where I'm kind of looking in the rearview mirror at, just 30 years of chronic addiction or whatever. And I just kind of thought, wow, okay, yeah, okay, I'm an alcoholic, but I had a little help getting there. All the same, when I tell you this, that was a good memory for me. And it kind of felt all warm and fuzzy. But, I had some help getting to that point. But I kind of thought about it for a minute. It's just like, yeah, well, you know what? My dad also had that problem, and he had help getting that point. And a lot of us had help getting to that point. So just kind of a weird memory hole that I fell into and kind of hit upon that weird realization. So, able to kind of look back, look at stuff from the past, kind of proceed, no issues, no angry baggage or anything like that. Just it was what it was, and that's fine. On to a new chapter of life. But that's just one of those weird things kind of rattling around in my head for the past month or so. Anyway, have a good day, folks.